The twos of the tarot correspond with the concept of duality. The suit of cups corresponds with the element of water and has an esoteric meaning of emotion. So, the Two of Cups represents the duality of emotion. Hello, I'm Michael J. Auger, creator of the Allcento Tarot. The Two of Cups represents a committed relationship, often in the form of romantic love. I personally see the Two of Cups as the real Lover's card of the tarot, as opposed to the so-called Lover's card of the major arcana that actually has more to do with making a choice to harmonize free will and fate. I already featured that card in a previous video that I highly recommend watching. But returning to the Two of Cups, the Marseille-style depiction of this card is one of the more elaborately decorated cards of the minor arcana. In addition to featuring a pair of cups, there is also a plant that grows upwards to the top of the card where two sea creatures are seen facing each other. The element of water corresponds with deep emotions, and I love that sea creatures from the deepest oceans are used to evoke the concept of two different untamed energies brought together. The blossoming flower hints that this is a favorable partnership rather than a confrontation. The long stem of the plant further suggests a shared, deep connection that is rooted in profound values and heritage. The bottom portion of this card is often decorated with a heraldic device, or sometimes the name or initials of the printmaker. Many of the Marseille-style decks feature a shield decorated with 3 lilies, or fleur-de-lis. This is the coat of arms of the Royal House of Bourbon that started in France and later branched out to rule parts of Italy. This card embodies the alchemical concept of transformation that occurs when two distinct individuals choose to come together and create something that is greater than the sum of their parts. Love grows when it is shared. Those who yearn to find love often speak of a search for a twin flame or a missing better half that will complete them. However, healthy relationships are built on the foundation of two people, each already whole and complete, choosing to share a life together. While the ace represents infinite potential in an abstract way, the two represents the manifestation of that potential into a tangible expression of the greatest thing that can be learned, which is just to love and be loved in return. The version of this card from the deck created by Arthur Edward Waite and Pamela Coleman Smith depicts a woman and a man each holding up a cup as a ceremonial toast to symbolize a pledge of partnership. This is not a chance attraction, but a choice made with conscious intention and compromise. Between them, there is a caduceus that symbolizes clear communication and balanced integration of opposite forces. Mutual respect and the skill of give and take is required for equality. The caduceus is topped with a winged head of a lion. This suggests that meaningful relationships require courage and strength to be vulnerable and authentic. In the background, a house on a peaceful hilltop suggests a practical, solid foundation and the potential for lasting shared commitment. The Thoth Tarot, created by Aleister Crowley and Lady Frida Harris, depicts a floating lotus flower, and from this rises another lotus, which pours illuminated water into a pair of cups, which in turn overflows into the calm sea below. Twirling around the stem of the lotus are what Crowley describes as twin dolphins. The dolphin is a sacred alchemical symbol that symbolizes the humid and cold principle of mercury, which gradually coagulates when in contact with sulfur. This represents the joining together of opposite forces to create something new and perfected. According to Crowley, The number 2 refers to our true purpose. And although this card is titled Love, its full meaning is love under will and represents a merging together of energies in a transcendent and intensely joyous way. And here is the Two of Cups depicted in the Allcento Tarot. This card features the Lord and Lady of Love, whose attraction for one another is undeniable. This card captures the exhilarating moment when we open our heart and commit to someone who truly sees and appreciates who we are and what we are and wants to be a part of that. In order to find love, we must first live in peace with ourselves. Sacrifice is then needed for dualities to remain united, but must be done in equal measure. When there is shared emotion, all obstacles can be weathered together. The lovers each wear a pendant of half of the Taijutsu symbol of perfect balance that also speaks to the power of unity. Each figure sits in front of a separate window. However, these separate portals are entwined together by a vine that loops like a caduceus. Similar to the card by Waite and Smith, there is a winged head of a lion that can be seen above them. The lion can allude to the lesson of fortitude, that the most powerful force is love. Through the window, a house on a hill can be seen, implying cohabitation, homemaking, and domestic bliss. The energy of this card is not always romantic and can indicate any type of collaboration between two people who share mutual purpose and respect. It can sometimes represent renewed understanding and a resolution of past conflict. Love has the power to overcome any obstacle. Reversed aspects warn of closing oneself off to others. This will result in feeling lost and alone. However, when upright, this card signifies the potential for greatness that comes with duality of emotion. The possibilities are endless when there is a shared passion for equality coupled with the power of agape love. In the next episode, things will heat up with the Two of Wands, so make sure you're subscribed. Also, please remember to give this episode a thumbs up and leave a comment to share your support. Also, share with a friend. Sharing is caring. And as always, I encourage you to visit my website, offbeatartwork.com, where you can schedule tarot readings and browse and collect my offbeat artwork. Until next time, brightest blessings on your spiritual journey.